They say the safest place on earth is your own house. The streets can be a really dangerous and unpredictable place. The streets of Islamabad are no different, as there have been many reported cases of gang attacks, kidnappings, murders and rape. Most people get in trouble when faced with such situations, as they don't know how to properly defend themselves. They must know how to use self-defense in order to counter any threat that they encounter.
Self-defense, I can say, survival. Human being came to the earth, we have to survive. Survival में ये होता है कि बहुत सारी चीज़ें आ जाती है. We are eating for survival. We are getting education for survival. Self-defense is one of those things. So we are doing self-defense for survival. Self-defense, specifically for the women, self-defense is more important to get away from those threats and overcome those threats.
The term itself gives out the meaning. The term is self-defense. It means defending yourself when somebody crosses that physical line, the line, that imaginary line, but we all know it exists. Between two people where you're not allowed to cross my boundaries, cross the limits and lay a hand on me. Self-defense basically means where you're not trying to impose your will on me forcefully, through power, through physical violence basically. And self-defense, ab dunya mein aaye hain, it's one of those things, it's as important as breathing, it's as important to use your eating and education, everything that you do that you deem consider in life. Self-defense is as important as all of those things because it's an essential tool to basically survive. At the end of the day, it's all about survival, right? So if you don't know how to defend yourself, the odds of you getting into situations where your life or your survival will be at risk, if not high, there, let's just say even if it's 10%, that 10% will still make sure अगर तुम्हें वहाँ पे अपने आप को defend करना नहीं आता है, and if you don't know how to defend yourself, if you have no clue, it's not even about techniques, it's more about common sense. You don't know how to defend yourself or how to just even escape from that situation, well, guess what? No more life. Everybody needs to know how to defend themselves. It's as simple as, is it important to know how to wear your pants, or is it important how to know wear your shoes, or how to drive a car, or wear your shirt? Self-defense is as important.
But the word is self-defense, it is not self-offense. Martial arts हमें ये सिखाता है कि we don't attack first. We don't attack first. If someone is going to attack us, so फिर then self-defense आ जाता है. ठीक है, self-offense नहीं. Self-offense में ये होगा कि I'm going to attack first. ठीक है, self-defense, I'm waiting for the attack. If someone is going to attack me, then I'm going to defend.
Well, the term is self-defense, but when people talk about self-defense, they refer to it in the context of it's like offense. Offense is something started by someone. मेरे पास कोई guarantee नहीं है इस दुनिया के अंदर कोई भी मेरे साथ कभी भी किसी भी situation में for whatever reason they will cross the line and they will वो एक offense करेंगे, attack करेंगे. उस दौरान मेरे पास पूरा का पूरा हक है अपने आप को defend करने का. वो situation मर्दों के साथ हो सकती है, वो situation औरतों के साथ हो सकती है. There are not enough hours in your day to learn the defense of every possible weapon out there. और कुछ चीज़ें तो बनाई जाती हैं कि you manufacture it, this is a weapon, and there are certain things that you improvise with, such as a coffee mug, such as a broken piece of glass, such as your belt, such as your book, such as your pen. Do you know how dangerous a pen can be, a ballpoint can be? Just stab someone in the eye or in the throat and the guy is done with. So you generally have to build a common sense around it. Why? Not because I'm obsessed with weapons and I'm thinking about fighting all the time, but because if any of these situations present themselves, I'm sort of mentally ready for that, mentally prepared for it. That's what it is.
You know, you can even carry a pepper spray like I do, like किसी रात को अकेले walk करते हुए जा रहे हो, and you can, if you know that someone is following you, and if you think that someone is coming from behind or someone's going to attack you, then you can protect yourself. इसके अलावा भी I think कि लड़कियाँ यूनिवर्सिटी में होती हैं, अकेले ट्रैवल करती हैं, शॉपिंग करने जाती हैं, अगर कोई भी सर्टेन इंसिडेंट्स हो जाते हैं जहाँ से उनको लगता है कि भाई दिस इज़ नॉट ओके, दिस इज़ नॉट राइट, एंड दिस इज़ समथिंग दैट इज़ नॉट सपोज टू हैपन टू मी, they should know how to prevent themselves and protect themselves. So I think self-defense is very important for girls, especially because they are considered weak, but they're not. So in order to prove themselves that they're not weak and they can even protect themselves, they should know things to help themselves and to protect themselves.
So it's a skill that you just, it's with you, और जैसे ही उसके odds सामने आते हैं, जैसे ही the situation presents itself, you know how to get out of it. So it's important for men, it's important for women. Men get harassed the most. as growing up as a kid, I was bullied. I've seen other people getting bullied, other kids who are now कोई आर्मी का ऑफिसर है, कोई कमांडो है, कोई इंजीनियर है, कोई डॉक्टर है, कोई पायलट है, but the people that I know that were bullied, I know how it has changed their life. Not for good, but most of the time for worse. It will change your life for worse if you don't know how to deal with it.
There is no age limit for martial arts. जब से इंसान पैदा होता है, मैंने पहले बोला था कि सर्वाइवल वहीं से शुरू होता है. तो जो ही पैदा होते हैं वहीं से सेल्फ डिफेंस सीखना शुरू करते हैं, खड़ा होना सीखते हैं. ठीक है, अगर बच्चा खड़े होने की कोशिश करता है तो ही इज़ ट्राइंग टू do something better.
When the person who's being abused, in most cases, which is obviously a female, when a male takes her to the ground, even you would think it's game over for her, right? But for us, it's actually game on. We want, if the guy is bigger and the woman is smaller and she's weak and she cannot fight him and punch him or kick him, we would actually advise her to take the fight to the ground. Now, an arm bar is basically an arm lock where if you look at the arm bends this way and then this is the apex. यहाँ से आगे अगर मैं bend करने की कोशिश करता हूँ अपने joint को तो उसको hyper extension बोला जाता है. How do I hyper extend my arm when they've got one joint here, one joint here? And then obviously let's not forget that. I put a lever underneath it. Basic physics, right? If I put a lever underneath it, and if I align my hand like so with my thumb facing upwards, and if I apply pressure down, my tendons start ripping and slowly and steadily the bone starts giving out and you have a mangled arm. No more arm, right?
अभी तो मिक्स मार्शल आर्ट है, जिसमें मिक्स मार्शल आर्ट का सेंस अभी पाकिस्तान में आया. इससे पहले ये था कि ट्रेडिशनल मार्शल आर्ट्स थे, ताइक्वांडो था, कराटे, बॉक्सिंग. तो अभी लोगों को पता चला है कि मिक्स मार्शल आर्ट में सारी चीज़ें आ जाती है, सारे ट्रेडिशनल मार्शल आर्ट, जहाँ से ग्राउंड पे भी खेल सकते हो, खड़े होकर खेल सकते हो, जिस पोजीशन में बैठो वहाँ से खेल सकते हो. तो mixed martial art is best for self-defense, I think.
And so this is why people must know how to defend themselves, so they can go outside without having that fear that something bad will happen to them. And even if something happens, they know that they can defend themselves from all threats.